Let's get to the meat and potatoes, man. I'm 10 minutes early because since y'all always want to be saying somebody late, I'm a little early today. I ain't got no water, but we gonna get through it. My guy, where you hiding? What's going on with you? We done if we keep throwing the ball 50 times a game. Listen, man, the game plan is flawed. The game plan is worse than flawed. The game plan of the Philadelphia Eagles is just so elementary and so ridiculous. I mean, at this point, do we want to even keep embarrassing ourselves even talking about the game plan of the Eagles? We know the game plan is bad. We know the game plan is bad. But let's talk about some things that's in actuality of the game plan being bad. My guy Rock, what's going on? Kevo, what's good with you? What's good? What's good? Troy Singleton, what up? What up? What up? What up? Josh Lopez, what up? Victor Jernette, what's up, LB? Can we still have a winning season going forward? Yeah, you still have a winning season going forward. There's a lot of football left. It's a lot of football left. And the fact of the matter is this, that we went through a gauntlet that nobody else has went through with the National Football League. Nobody. If you want to talk about the strength of schedule and opponents we played, who else in their first six played Dallas, Kansas City, and Tampa Bay? Nobody. Nobody has played that type of, strength of schedule within their first six. So, I feel like the Philadelphia Eagles have to look at this thing. See, it would have been great to be 3-3 after your first six. But we wasn't that far from being 3-3 after our first six. South Texas, what up? We wasn't far from it. The second half of the schedule should lighten up. But the way things look, we might be the team that's going to give Detroit their first win. That's how bad our play calling is, man. That's how bad our play calling is. That's exactly how bad our play calling is, And it's undescribable, man. The level of frustration that I get when I'm looking at film and breaking down film and reviewing film, because it's plays there that should be being made. Jalen Hurts leaves plays on the field, but we also don't use Miles Sanders at all. We don't use Miles Sanders at all, man. That's just two things, man, that's, holding this franchise back right now. Holding us back from being our best selves, man. Holding us back. A lot of people think that that the Philadelphia Eagles are sellers at the trade deadline. I don't think you're sellers at the trade deadline because you got rid of Zach Ertz. You had to get rid of Zach Ertz at some point. I think what we did was just expedite the process because, teams wanted. Teams wanted. LB, it don't matter about how much football left, but we ain't getting better every week. That's true. We seem, really, can you really say that? That does seem like the case. Being one game under 500 in your first six games, it kind of looks like we're not getting better every week. It looks like we're not getting better every week. That's the facts of the matter, man. We're not getting better every week. We not. I just want to see a competent offense, man. I just want to see run and pass. I want to see a mix of the both. To be last in the NFL in rushing, you know what I mean? Rush and attempts to a running back, it just speaks volumes to just how bad the game plan is, man. It speaks volumes, man. I agree. If play calling stays the same, I don't see a win anytime soon. Yeah, you can't. You can't see a win anytime soon if play calling stays the same. Nobody can win under these conditions. Nobody can win under these conditions. The only way you could win under these conditions or be, this is the problem that I'm really having. It's not like we got a problem getting to the red zone. We don't have that problem. We've been to the red zone a lot. We just ain't put the points on the board, and we just too predictable when we get to the red zone. Too predictable when you get to the red zone, man. You know what I'm saying? I would have at least liked a defensive-minded head coach, because defensive-minded head coaches, they run the ball. My guy D-Lo, what's going on? Worst game plan I've ever seen. It's the worst game plan I've ever seen by far. It's the worst game plan I've ever seen. I got you, Ramos. Take that. It's the worst game plan I've ever seen. How are you saying that when we're 3-3 in the red zone? How I'm saying we not bad? No, you talking about just one game. Think about the red zone in its totality throughout the course of the season. What were we in the red zone against the Chiefs? What were we in the red zone against the Chiefs? We wasn't 3 for 3 that game. We didn't punt. We didn't punt against the Chiefs, and we were bad in the red zone. So, you know. In one game, yeah, we was good in the red zone. You know what I mean? That's what Jalen Hurts brings to the team that's positive. Since everybody's having a hard time saying what he could do that's positive for the team, he's a playmaker. So in the red zone, he's going to make a play in the red zone. That's just second nature to him. He's going to make a play in the red zone. Look at the drop touchdowns in the red zone. Look at the rushing touchdowns that he got in the red zone. My issue is that why isn't Miles Sanders being put behind a power set and pounding the ball in there in the red zone? Thoughts on Lane Johnson? What about him? He back with the team. Great, we need him. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he has his faults. This is the comments. This is the misconception right now. The misconception is this, and I'm talking about myself. The misconception is that, you know, I'm not keeping it a buck about Jalen Hurts. That's the misconception right now. And, you know, to be honest, to be honest, whatever. I let people, you know, run with that narrative. It don't really bother me. But what I'm not going to do, my guy O.C. Morris said, Nick and John got to go. They're in over their head. This isn't Madden. Cut bait with Howie also. I can't believe Miles is keeping his cool. What are you going to do? Miles got to stay professional. My guy Richard Kane, Miles finally got the ball at the end of the game and was killing it against the #1 run defense. Yeah, but I agree, man. Thank you both for the super chats. But listen, man, this is the thing in a nutshell with me and Jalen Hurts. I'm going to talk about him missing throws. I'm going to talk about him, you know, not making a proper read, because I don't feel ashamed having to talk about that. I don't feel ashamed having to talk about that. We was talking about that for a 5-year quarterback last season in Carson Wentz. This is a guy who's going to start his 11th game this Sunday. I don't feel ashamed about talking about them areas to where he need to grow in when you're talking about Jalen Hurts. But at the same time, I'm not going to be ashamed to put the blame on the coach for the bad game plan. I'm not going to be ashamed. This man is accounted for 90% of the offense, but you think he the problem. You think he the problem. You got to understand that players get tired. This is a guy that's throwing and running. He lead the team in passing yards and rushing yards. Throwing on average 40 times a game. Getting hit, getting back up, getting flushed out the pocket. You don't think his body tired from having to do everything on the offensive side of the ball? Come on, man. I just look at things from all angles. Yeah, Jalen Hurts needs to improve. He needs to improve. What's going on, Desert Eagle? You know what I mean? Jalen Hurts needs to improve, for sure. But by me saying we putting too much on his plate, that don't mean he can't do it. That just means it's unfair for him to do it. I keep asking everybody to tell me the young quarterback who had to go out there without a running game and figure it out. I keep asking everybody. Nobody could do that. Nobody could point me to the young quarterback with the amount of starts that Jalen Hurts got who had to go figure it out without a run game. Nobody could do that. Nobody could point me out and say, all everybody want to do is say, oh, just give it up. Hurts is trash. I can't agree with that right now, man. I can't agree with that right now. And you can say whatever you want, man. I did the same thing for Carson Wentz because I know for real that Carson Wentz is just he was suffering a lot from a bad game plan. From a bad game plan. But Carson Wentz was a 5th-year quarterback. Carson Wentz did inflict some of those wounds on himself by standing there like a deer in the headlights and taking sack after sack after sack. Carson Wentz put a lot of that on himself. But we were also having Carson Wentz run read options. Carson Wentz ain't that guy. He ain't that kind of quarterback. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is, man. Some of these game plans it's just baffling to me, man. It's baffling to me. Wentz only got 1 interception this season because they got a great run game. That's what I'm saying, man. The run game, we talk about all the time how the run game has saved and preserved the careers of a lot of these guys. The run game has saved and preserved the career of Dak Prescott. The run game has saved and preserved the career of Russell Wilson, Lamar Jackson, Baker Mayfield. It has saved and preserved the career of a lot of these guys. Prolific passers don't really, it preserved the career of Tom Brady. Prolific passers don't really have a great ground and pound run game. But what they got is a great pass catching running back who help those guys as well. Dak throws a lot. Mr. 2000, you missing it, man. You missing it. Now Dak throws a lot. Now and even to this day, what are you talking about? Ezekiel Elliott up until yesterday had back-to-back games of 100 yards rushing. Ezekiel Elliott and Tony Pollard are the only running back duo in the NFL with 300 rushing yards apiece on the same team. Dak is a seasoned vet now, but Dak in his rookie year didn't have a 300-yard passing game. Dak wasn't asked to do it. Dak in his rookie year had the running back that led the league in rushing yards. And that's nothing wrong with that. Russell Wilson in his rookie year didn't throw for 300 yards. They had beast mode, I believe. They had a strong running attack. A strong running attack, man. The Bears are not going out there asking a young Justin Fields to throw the ball every play. They leaning on the run game to help their team out. The Patriots leaned on the run game last night to help out Mac Jones. I mean, come on, man. Come on. Come on. Eagles fans are too emotional to grasp their mind around the fact that the offense is being ran poorly. They too emotional to grasp their mind around it. So in turn, they're going to do what everybody else is doing. They're going to grab their pitchforks, their torches, and start the chant, Jalen Hurts stinks. He ain't playing good. I agree. Jalen Hurts is not playing good. He ain't playing good. But at the same time, who got a taller order than the kid, man? Nobody. Listen, we are last in the NFL. Last in the NFL in handoffs to running backs. It's safe to say that we are the worst offense in the National Football League. And it's not due to the quarterback. It is not due to the quarterback. We saw what happened to your team when you put Carson Wentz in the same predicament when you stopped running the ball. We saw it. We saw it. Difference is Mac Jones is making pinpoint throws under pressure. Mac Jones had 7 completions at halftime. What are we talking about? Mac Jones was 7 for 7 at halftime. They're limiting the throws. They're limiting the throws. They're limiting the throws. Thus, when you limit the throws, you limit the mistakes. My guy D-Lo, man, D'Angelo Xavier. Shout out to you. Thank you for the super chat. Whatever offense we run in a 2-minute drill is what we need to run. Hurts is successful in that spread offense, not the RPO without a running game. I agree. I agree. I agree. The difference is Mac Jones is being made to run pinpoint throws. Yeah, well, it's easy to make a pinpoint throw if you're not running around. If you're not running around all game from free rushers, if you're not asked to be a part of the run game, yeah, I'm pretty sure your legs are fresh to make a pinpoint throw. Your legs probably are fresh to make a pinpoint throw every once in a while when it's being called upon you. Come on, man. And I'm not making no excuses for Jalen Hurts. I just understand the circumstances that he put in. I'm not just going to look at another quarterback being able to make a pinpoint throw when they're not even asked to throw the ball as much. Ask Mac Jones to throw the ball 40 times in the game. Ask him to throw the ball 40. You think all 40 of those attempts going to be pinpoint accurate? All 40 of those attempts? What are we talking about? Mac Jones threw a pick 6. He left the ball out too far. Mac Jones ain't perfect. Mac Jones ain't perfect. And before a lot of y'all was talking about Mac Jones, I was the only one saying he was even good. Mac Jones ain't perfect. But he being brought along at a speed that's going to make him a really good football player. He being brought along at a speed that's going to make him a really good football player. Did you see the Wildcat on the goal line? Did you see Mac Jones lined up as a wide receiver? He didn't even touch the ball. Our guys are bigger than your guys. Harris, you take the direct snap and pound it in there. Go get you 6. You ain't see that, though, did you? It's either RPO and Jalen Hurts got to make a throw up the sideline. We just don't run the ball, man. We don't run the ball. We don't run the ball. We don't run the ball at all, man. It's sad. We don't run the ball, and we say our preseason offense was better than our regular season offense. My guy Dreams, thank you for the super chat. LB, I'm hitting this Chargers game. You gonna be there? I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be there. It's time I pop out. I'm not giving away no more tickets for a while. It's time to pop out. I like popping out when it's cold. Jalen not seeing the middle of the field. Come on, man. Where'd you hear that from? That you repeating it to me? Where'd you hear that from? That you repeating it to me? Because you don't know what he's seeing. You ain't in his helmet. Where'd you hear that from? That you gotta even repeat it to me? He not seeing the middle of the field. It's all. Come on, man. I'm not worrying about what my young quarterback not seeing, because that'll get corrected over time. I'm not seeing no run plays. I'm not seeing no run plays. That's what I'm concerned about. I'm not seeing no run plays. Man, you better be at the January 2nd. I'm going to be there, D-Lo. That's light. I'm not seeing no run plays. Somebody tell me why that's not happening. Since we all worried about what Jalen Hurts not seeing. You can't win in the National Football League if you ain't running the ball. I'm not seeing a balanced offense. And I don't need ESPN to tell me that. I'm not seeing a balanced offense. I'm not seeing, and Nick Sirianni said that he's going to put players in the best situation to succeed. That's cap. That's cap. That's cap. We have been tricked into believing that we are running the RPO because that's the only offense Jalen Hurts can run. That's the only thing he can run. So that's why we running it. I'm with the Association of the Free Thinkers, man. That's all I'm saying. I'm with the Association of the Free Thinkers, man. The RPO is uncomfortable. It's uncomfortable for him. He looks uncomfortable running the RPO. He looks very uncomfortable running the RPO. Why do you even have to run an RPO with a quarterback who can really run like that? Think about it. If you call a traditional offense and it ain't there, he's going to take off probably anyway. Why you got to call an RPO for that? Patrick Taylor said, how about them Cowboys? I'll tell you about them Cowboys. I'll tell you about them right now. You beat Mac Jones. You beat Daniel Jones. You beat Jalen Hurts. Who else did you beat? You beat Herbert. Who else did you beat, Dallas? Is one more I'm missing. Is one more I'm missing. Who else did you beat, Dallas? Mac Jones, Jalen Hurts, Justin Herbert, Daniel Jones. Who else? And Sam Darnold. And Sam Darnold. Come on. Come on. And I'm not hating. 5-1 is 5-1. But when you ran into a dog who in your conference, you took an L. That's all I'm saying. The fall from grace is going to feel like a ton of bricks for the Dallas Cowboys. Because it might not happen in the regular season. Because you only, in my opinion, only got 2 tough games left on your schedule. The Kansas City, who probably really ain't even tough. Kansas City and the Cardinals. But the fall from grace in the playoffs is going to be sweet. It's going to be sweet. It's going to be sweet. Cowboys Nation said I'm a hater. I mean, you here. If we play Tampa next week, we win. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. I don't know. I got to see it. I got to see it. I'm enjoying watching the Dallas Cowboys play this season. I can keep it a buck about that, especially Trayvon Diggs. I'm enjoying watching the Dallas Cowboys play. You know what I'm saying? I like competent football. I like competent football. You're not getting it nowhere else in the division. You're not getting it nowhere else in the division. And despite how I feel about the rest of the division, I like our division. We're the most successful division in the National Football League. Only division where every team got a Super Bowl. I like our division. You know what I'm saying? But it's only one team playing competent football, and that's the Dallas Cowboys. But the Dallas Cowboys are going to get slapped around in the playoffs. I guarantee you that. I guarantee you that. I guarantee they ain't winning the Super Bowl. It's Super Bowl or bust for them. My guy O'Dizzle said, LB, man, if we beat the Raiders, we can go on an 8-game win streak. Just saying, our schedule is lighter towards the end. Our schedule is very light towards the end. Think about it. We haven't seen the Giants or the Redskins yet, or Washington yet. We haven't seen the Giants or Washington, man. So the basis of this video, my guy Dreams, thank you for the donation. Dak had a boot on after last night. I mean, it's not funny, man, but yeah, I saw that. Hey, yo, so the basis of my video was this, man. This could be fixed. This could be fixed. It could be fixed. I'm glad we got a long week. We played Thursday. You know what I'm saying? It's Monday now. I'm glad we had a long week. You know what I'm saying? To kind of, evaluate and see what's going on. But I just think it's unfair that I believe that Nick Sirianni is most to blame for the offense, and he's the one that has to evaluate it and make changes. He need to make changes to himself. He need to make changes to himself, man. I believe this can be fixed, man. This can be fixed. You got the Raiders. You know what I'm saying? The Raiders had a nice win yesterday, but it was the Broncos, right? It was the Broncos. A lot of the Raiders' excitement and spark came off of the deep ball to Henry Ruggs. We just don't give up them type of plays. We don't give up them type of plays. We got the Raiders, you got the Lions, you got the Broncos. A lot of these teams I really feel like we could beat. We went through some damage in the first 6 games. We went through some damage. Came out 2-4. I mean, you played the Cowboys, Tampa, and you played Kansas City. Don't listen. We're not there. We're not there. We're not where we think we should be. A lot of us need to understand that as well. What did we think was really going to happen this season? I thought between 9 and 10 wins, I thought it was doable. I still think we could win 7 more games. I still think we could win 7 more of these games on the schedule. I thought it was doable. For real, I thought it was doable. But the beginning half of the season, did you really think we would beat the Dallas Cowboys, especially after how we saw them perform week 1? Kansas City and Tampa. Did you really think you was going to win those games? Now, granted, you already knew you was going to lose those games. That already put you at 3 losses. 3 losses. What other game did we think we were supposed to beat? San Fran? That put you at 3 losses. Okay, that put you at 3 losses. You know, I'm not fine with our record, but I understand where we are and understand why we are, why we're there. What makes the losses more, you know what I'm saying? What makes the losses hurt more is the simple fact that we were in those games. We were in those games. And when you're in those games, competent football and the penalties and the lack of running, you can't win with the penalties we suffered in the first 6 games and not running the ball. You can't win like that. You can't win like that. You could take Jalen Hurts out of the equation no matter how you personally feel about Jalen Hurts and his performance. How are you going to win with leading the league in penalties and leading the league in least handoffs to a running back? It's almost impossible. It's almost impossible. I'm going to give you 3 points that you should be looking at if you're an Eagles fan. Leading the league in penalties, being number 1 in least handoffs to a running back, and having the most touchdowns taken off the board. How can you win when you don't overcome those 3 things? That is all mental and coaching. You cannot control any game when that is happening to you. That is all self-inflicted wounds. I am not fit for combat if I'm missing 2 limbs already before I try to join the service. You cannot overcome that type of stuff. Hey, Miss Austin, how you doing? It's impossible. It's impossible. Everybody's forgotten about we the most penalized team. We run the least. This is dead last and dead first. The most penalized team. We run the least. You know what I'm saying? And we had the most touchdowns taken off the board. But they jump right to Jalen Hurts and what they think about him. The same people that wanted Carson Wentz gone are now sending me this dumbass the message in my inbox with a greater than less than sign. Carson Wentz greater than Jalen Hurts. Bro, you just said you wanted Wentz gone or you wanted Hurts to start. Did you not know that would come with a developmental struggle at some point? The reason why the developmental struggle looks so bad is because we're not taking care of them. The same way Dak did. Dallas did with Dak. The same way Seattle did with Russell. We ain't taking care of them. The same way the Patriots are doing with Mac Jones. That's why it looks as bad as it is. I agree with you, LB. Sirianni and the coaching staff is most to blame. Hurts needs to work on his mechanics and decision-making. Penalties and no run game has caused this terrible record. It is, but listen, you can't overlook the fact that Jalen Hurts needs to improve. They all need to improve. Mac Jones needs to still improve. They do. They're not where they're supposed to be at. They not. Trevor Lawrence is a generational talent. Are they making him throw the ball as much as Jalen Hurts is throwing the ball? No. Said he was a generational talent. Are they asking him to go out there and get it done by himself? No, they running the ball. They're running the ball. And the RPO, why don't we hand it off? Why don't they call run plays instead of RPOs? Why don't they call run plays instead of RPOs? I mean, eventually, if you keep running the RPO, he's going to understand that he has to give the ball to Miles Sanders. He's going to have to give the ball to Miles Sanders. He'll pick up on it eventually, but what is the coach's role in that? LB, you was right about Chase Young too. I knew I was. Chase Young a bust. Where's the coach's role in the teaching of the RPO? Because the RPO has everything to do with, you know what I'm saying, with how the edge rusher reacts. If the edge rusher bites on the handoff, then you keep it and run, or you pull it back and try to make a pass. If the edge rusher don't bite, then you hand it off. That's how run pass options work. But when you got a quarterback who's getting flushed out of the pocket on RPOs, won't you just call a conventional offense? This is how bad our play design and our play structure is. We cannot use the running back to chip block on Shaq Barrett. We couldn't use him at all. This just dawned on me. I was like, why could we not use the running back to chip block on Shaq Barrett? Why are we letting Shaq Barrett just do what he wants to Mailata and run free? Because if you use the running back to chip block on Shaq Barrett, you turn the whole RPO scheme into a conventional offense because you have to fake to the running back. Now, should you tell your running back to, if you don't get the ball, go chip block? That's too many directions. If the ball don't end up in your gut, go chip block somebody. No, you're supposed to carry the ball like it's a fake. You're supposed to run with it like you got it. You're supposed to sell the fake. You got to change your whole design to make a chip block happen. You got to not run an RPO, but they don't understand that, though. So they just going to keep being stubborn with their game plan. RPO doesn't work when you RPO every play, of course. Well, it's going to be the same result next season. We keeping this coach. I mean, I hope not, Red. I hope not, bro. I hope not. Hurts is our leading rusher, and that's pathetic to me. RPO is all Nick knows how to call. Y'all talking about RPOs is all this dude know how to run in Jalen Hurts. What if it's only the thing that Nick know how to call? Okay, scratch the RPO. Scratch the RPO. Because when it's not an RPO, it's a screen pass. Where's the diversity in this offense? Where is the diversity in this offense, man? And I'm still going to be optimistic and say it could be fixed. Because how many times can you keep getting pushed around on the playground and not do nothing about it? How many times you going to go through this? You know what I'm saying? How many times you going to go through this? I don't understand it. LB, Nick is not the guy. I'm not saying he's not the guy yet. I don't know. But right now, he's terrible. He's terrible. Right now, Nick Sirianni is easily the worst coach in the NFL. And I think Joe Judge, Joe Judge probably worse. Joe Judge is trash. Joe Judge got all that talent. He can't coach his way out of a wet paper bag. I think Urban Meyer and Joe Judge are fighting for that spot. But Nick Sirianni is vastly unimpressive. Vastly unimpressive, man. Vastly unimpressive. Ben McAdoo got a job? Lions coach is worse. Who's the Lions coach? Miles Sanders scored against the Falcons. I mean, yeah. What's going on, Tiana? Make sure y'all tap in, man. My cousin got a yoga page, Yoga with Tiana. Make sure y'all tap in. Get your stretch on. Stay hydrated. Terrence Pope, we're Deuce. We're Deuce when you need him. I don't know, bro. I don't know. But the beginning of the season has been underwhelming, to say the least. For Philadelphia Eagles fans, it's been underwhelming, to say the least. The fact that you cannot run the ball, or you don't try to run the ball, it's just baffling to me. It's baffling to me. That tight end, I don't know his name either, bro. What tight end? Stoll? What's going on, Rude Girl? LB, I think we need to go get the Cowboys offensive coordinator if available. Kellen Moore? Kellen Moore ain't going to lead a division. They're going to throw a bag at Kellen Moore so he can stay with Dallas before he go to the Eagles. I think, honestly, man, Jason Garrett was better. Jason Garrett ran the ball. Jason Garrett ran the ball. We need to run the ball at least 35 to 40% of the time. I agree. LB would look good in a Dak Prescott jersey. Don't ever disrespect me again. I don't usually block people, but what I got to do to you? I ain't gonna do you like that. Don't disrespect me now. Jack Stoll nice though. Nick said in the press conference he passed 75%. He passes 75% of the time. Nick Sirianni don't know what he's talking about. You shouldn't even admit that. You shouldn't even admit that. I'll take Leftwich or I'll take homeboy, the defensive coordinator from the Bucks. The defensive coordinator from the Bucks. I wanted Robert Salou, but he having a hard time himself over there in New York. LB, why do you honestly think he won't run? I think he's stubborn, man. Byron Leftwich or Jason Garrett? I'll take Jason Garrett over Nick Sirianni. I would take Jason Garrett over Nick Sirianni, Simus. What's going on, Simus? I'll take Jason Garrett over Nick Sirianni. He's too stubborn to change his game plan. You know what I'm saying? He don't want to accept defeat. You know what I mean? He don't want to. He wants to say that my game plan is going to work and I'm going to prove it to all of you guys. He living out his fantasy. This is his fantasy. This is his fantasy. His fantasy is to call plays in the National Football League just to say I did it. Mind you this, nobody never let him call no plays nowhere else. Nobody never gave him the opportunity to call no plays. This is his long lost dream, to be able to call plays and to say I did it. It's his dream. And by God, his dream is going to come true. He's going to call plays in the National Football League. Chip Kelly 2.0, but worse shit. He ain't, come on. I wouldn't even disrespect Chip Kelly like this. This is the worst offense we've seen in Philadelphia Eagles history. The worst offense we've seen in Philadelphia Eagles history. Against the Dallas Cowboys, my man broke a record. He broke a record against Dallas. He broke a record against Dallas. It's been 88 years in the NFL since somebody only gave 3 carries to the running backs on the roster against Dallas. 88 years. No, 88 years in Eagles history. You know what I'm saying? 88 years in Eagles history. 20 years in NFL history. My man is doing stuff that hasn't been done since Brown versus the Board of Education. He's doing things that hasn't been done since the time that the United States was a very, very dark place. He's literally reinventing the wheel. The wheel of blasphemy. I'm looking for this food truck, man. They ain't even out here. He's reinventing the wheel. I mean, it's laughable. It's laughable. But then you got people who just skim through football and see an incomplete pass and want to say Jalen Hurts is trash. He can't throw the ball. You got to be kidding me, bro. You got to be kidding me, bro. You got to be kidding me. I'm a players guy, man. If I was ever a coach, I'd be a players coach to a degree. Before I write a player off, I'm going to talk about the opportunities that he's given to succeed. And it ain't a lot of opportunities that's being given to succeed to Jalen Hurts. It's just not a lot of them. It's not a lot of them. I mean, once you take the running game away from a quarterback, you make him one-dimensional. You make him one-dimensional. You make him one-dimensional. You taking the running game away from him like he got Isaac Bruce and Torrey Hall on the outside. Like he got Marvin. You know what I'm saying? Like Michael Irvin out there. Randy Moss. He don't have none of that. He got young wide receivers that he still got to learn with. But you take the running game away from a young offense? Let me tell y'all how much sense this made. He took the running game away from a young offense whose strong suit is the offensive line, who can run block. He took the running game away from guys who need the running game to be successful. Quez should be wide receiver 1. Come on, man. You must be on that dog food. Quez Watkins Smith. You're not better than Devontae Smith. None of our wide receivers are going to look good until you add running to the, you know what I mean, to the forefront. None of them are going to look competent at all until you add running to the forefront. That's just the facts on that. Without a competent running game, we will continue to struggle. Defenses are going to just play us for the short game. It's been 2 weeks in a row, y'all. 2 weeks in a row that they have shut down the short pass. 2 weeks in a row. The short pass ain't worked since we played Kansas City. And everything worked against Kansas City. Everything works against Kansas City defense. Just sad to see, man. Just sad to see. Damn, man, my man ain't out here with the food. Shit, man. You got to start bringing your lunch, man. I'm telling you, man. If you don't bring your lunch to work, man, you'll be eating something crazy, man. Something crazy, man. I can't do it today. I had my smoothie. I'm mad I went to the smoothie spot and the fruit salad was, you know, a little rotten. That's what I planned on eating. I ain't about to run around and I ain't about to go get no nuggets from Burger King. I'm probably about to dip. Go home and get me something to eat, man. I can't live like this, man. I can't live like this. I ain't been right since the Eagles showed me what they've been showing me the last 2 weeks. You gonna get some fast food, LB? I don't know, man. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Yeah, I'm tight. I can't find no food. It's like, come on, how's it no food? LB, linebackers are smaller these days. Yeah, I agree. We have no physical element whatsoever, and the easiest way to get the physical element is by running the ball. That's the easiest way to get the physical element is by running the ball. That's how you adopt the physical element. That's how you adopt the physical element. If we didn't have the players we got, we'd be 0-6. I agree. No halal truck. No, I just looked for the halal truck. It ain't out here. We need to get rid of Alex Singleton. No, we made him the captain. We told him that what you're doing is worthy of being a captain. He's a captain. He's a captain. You think we get 3 good first rounders this year? Maybe. My guy Herbert Timms, tell everybody what Swoop did. My guy Herbert said he saw Swoop, the Eagles mascot, at the Bears and Green Bay game. Swoop don't even want to be around us. We need to get Christian Harris from Bound. What position he play? Shannon Sharp said, here y'all go bringing up the past, but love to accuse us of bringing up our 5 Super Bowl rings. Laughing my butt off. Let's stick to right now, and right now y'all trash. I mean, we are trash right now. We trash right now. Are the Dallas Cowboys winning the Super Bowl? Bet 5,000 right now that y'all don't win the Super Bowl. Bet 5,000 that y'all don't win the Super Bowl. You're not gonna do that. You're not gonna do that. Cause you know, like I know, when the playoffs start, y'all gonna get slapped around. You know, like I know that y'all not gonna beat the Rams, or y'all not gonna beat Tampa Bay. Y'all might get the Cardinals out of here. You know, like I know that y'all gonna run into them dogs in the playoffs. Like I said, your fault. I missed your super chat. My bad, bro. Say it again, Sir James. Take that wrench, James. You know what I'm saying? You already know. You know, like I know, that the fall from grace is going to be sweet. It's going to be sweet when y'all fall on y'all faces. Well, at least we were 12-6 or whatever. You know, it's not going to amount to nothing for you. Yo, LB, what do you think about Lurie wanting a pass-heavy team? I don't know why he want that. We got some of the loyalist fans. I mean, it's not like that it's going to boost ticket sales. People going to come regardless. People going to come regardless. You know what I'm saying? You want to you want, that's what you want. Then trade Miles Sanders, man. Get Miles Sanders out of there, bro. Get Miles Sanders out of there. How do we even know what Jeffrey Lurie want? Why do we know this? Why is he even speaking? Why is Jeff Lurie even speaking about football? Seriously, think about it. Why do we even know what he wants? He should say, I want a winning football team, right? No matter how it gets done. Why is he even talking about what he wants? His concern should be championships, not how it gets done. You want to pass every team? Do you want to build a defense? Do you want to build a win? You see, why do we know this? Like, come on, this is what I'm talking about, bro. This is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about, man. This is what I'm talking about. Like, leave that for Jerry Jones, bro. You ain't even built like that to be talking about what you want. What? You ain't even win the Super Bowl with that. You ain't win the Super Bowl because you had to pass every team. And what part of the Philadelphia Eagles history that Lurie was the owner that we were successful because we had to pass every team? No sense is made. No sense is made. Sanders has so much squandered potential trading, man. Trade Miles Sanders, man. Trade Miles Sanders. If we're gonna be sellers at the trade deadline, trade Miles Sanders. Trading, man. I want to see him go somewhere and be successful. Trade Slade to a contender. If you're gonna blow it up, blow it all the way up, man. Blow it all the way up. You want to pass every team? Prove it. Trade Miles Sanders. Simple as that. LB, I find it crazy that Lurie wants us to win games, but win games a certain way. This is deeply rooted. This is a deeply rooted issue in Philly. No one wants to have patience with a young talent that hurts. They don't want to have patience. They don't want trading for what though? Draft picks? So we could try to conjure up the team. Come on, you want to pass every team, but you picked Jalen Reagor over Justin Jefferson. Last year you did that. Last year you did that. That don't make sense, do it? That don't make sense, and it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense at all. Come on, man. Come on. We out here picking strong punt returners over bona fide stars at the position. But you want to pass every team. Do y'all see how frustrated I am with the things that come out of the front office mouth of the team? I'm frustrated. But y'all want me to pinpoint all of this on Jalen Hurts. Y'all want me to pinpoint it on Jalen Hurts. I am so sick and tired of this front office right now, yo. It's bad. Relax. Jefferson only played the slot in college. He was a dog at it, though. CeeDee Lamb only played the slot in college, right? You talking about Justin Jefferson only played the slot in college. What the hell do that got to do with what's happening right now? What do that got to do with what's happening right now? Yeah, Justin Jefferson played a lot of the slot in college, but Justin Jefferson also was one of the best red zone catching wide receivers out of that draft class. You kidding me, man? My guy D-Rob, thank you for the super chat. Pride in thinking they're smarter than they really are is killing this whole franchise. I agree. I agree. I agree. Don't understand why Howie gets away scot-free. This is all him. Years of bad drafts. I don't know who to blame at this point. But running the ball is not on the players. You can't blame nobody that puts on the uniform and goes on the field. I tell you that. I'll tell you that. Justin Jefferson played all over in college. That's what good wide receivers do. LB, y'all could have had DK, JJ, Pat Surtain, and JOK. Howie is trash. He is trash. He's trash. He's trash. I kind of understand why they didn't draft a linebacker, though. Because we had so many linebackers who we just needed to get on the field to evaluate. But who got time for that? Where should we focus on in the upcoming draft? You got to go defensive end and linebacker. You got to go defensive end and linebacker. The Philadelphia Eagles are not going to use all first-round picks on defense. So you can hang that up. If the Philadelphia Eagles got 3 first-round picks and we continue to struggle on offense, no matter what the reason is, even if it's Jalen Hurts or not. The Philadelphia Eagles ain't drafting no quarterback. They not drafting no quarterback one of them first round picks. I mean, they might. You know, but we gotta figure something out though, man. We gotta figure something out, man. I'm about to grab something to eat. Official video coming later. I apologize to y'all for not having GOAT Talk this week. It's gonna be on Wednesday. Me and Mike, we're gonna tap in with that, and it's gonna be a movie. We're gonna really talk about what happened last week. But we gotta talk about I think we're gonna talk about some quarterback play in my official video. We gotta talk about quarterback play. We're not about to be out here looking sad doing no upcoming draft videos. I'm not doing that. The season is not over. We're gonna talk about the rest of the schedule and the rest of the quarterbacks on the menu and why I think we could win a lot of these games coming up, man. But you already know the vibes, man. I appreciate y'all, man. You know, man. You know. Make sure y'all like, make sure y'all subscribe and all of that, man. Thank y'all, man, for all your support and all your appreciation. We're going to get through this tough time, man. These are some tough times. Mark my words, these are tough times. But we're going to get through it, man. Lord Brunson back at you with the back at you. I'm the best reporting on the Eagles official video coming out later.